Hello, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. If you can hear me, just write, welcome to my platform. My name is Lola Sorunke. Can you hear me? Great. I can see some people have come on already. Welcome. I'd love to see your names. That's what I am looking for here. If you can hear me, please let me know. I cannot see any comments. Okay. Curtis, I see you, Curtis. Welcome, Curtis. Welcome, Zadok, I believe. I hope I'm pronouncing you properly. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I don't see any thumbs up. I cannot even see any comments here. Oh, wonderful, great. I'm seeing the thumbs. Welcome, welcome everybody. I am glad that you're here on the platform today. And as you can see, the topic is the church will never be the same. Offloading for the mission. Welcome. I see MDC Mason. Welcome, welcome all the way from France. Wonderful. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I see Curtis, you can hear me. I see your thumb up. Wonderful. So today we're going to talk about the church will never be the same. It's not going to be like it used to be. The church is going to be much bolder and much purposeful in action. Welcome, Fearless Me. Good to see you. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, if my volume is good. Please let me know. Thank you. Deborah Cole, wonderful lady also. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you are on the platform. Wonderful. So what I will be talking about and sharing with you is the church will never be the same. Offloading for the mission. So what I'd like you to do is to imagine that you're on a journey. We're in life, and life is a journey. And so is the mission that we are called to do. It is a journey. Welcome, Mr. Linus Joshua. Welcome to the platform. Good to see you all on the platform. So I will start just in a little bit. So consider yourselves at this point taking a journey, and you having your backpack, and maybe it's a little heavy. So what we are going to do to make our journey much easier is to first sort out what we have in our backpack by offloading for the mission. How did this topic come about for me? Well, some of us, some of you may not know, but we have a group that we call the DSA family. This is a family of us who have picked Dr. Sunday Adelaja, a doctor here in Ukraine, Kyiv, where I'm broadcasting from. Many of us have chosen him as our mentor for many months. And as we are going, we are beginning to realize that as the church, we need to ask ourselves, are we effective on this earth? Are we having impact on our society as Christ followers or Christ believers? Are we impacting our community? Are we impacting our country? Are we impacting our world? Because that is our mission. And so we have been learning over the months about our shortcomings as the church, as he begins to teach us scripturally based of things that we need to be doing and focusing on so we can impact the people around us and we can impact our community and the world. And we have been excited about what we are hearing because it's like light has been shone onto how do we live this Christian life. How do we shine the light for all to know that God loves them? And we are so excited because now we literally have practical ways of understanding our calling. So from this excitement, many of us, we have been planning, talking to people, strategizing about different areas that we are going to begin to shine our light. And of course, one of the areas that has impacted us the most is taking care of those that cannot take care of themselves. So as we were learning about this, I was really thinking deeply, and I realized that even though we are very, very excited about what we've heard and what we want to do, there are certain things that can prevent us, and that has been preventing us, I can say has been preventing me from moving forward into my destiny. There are quite a lot of things that can dampen our excitement. The list can go on and on. And one of the things that can dampen our excitement is criticism. When somebody criticizes us, it can literally bring our dreams and our achievements that we desire to do to a stop. What I want to do now is to give us the definition of criticism. Criticism. Let me go ahead and show you what I found from the dictionary, and you guys can also look it up yourself. It says criticism is the expression of disapproval of someone or something based on a perceived fact or mistake. When we criticize or when we get criticized, it's always in the mood of a disapproval. We have the feeling that we have been disapproved based on some perceived concept that we will not be able to do this that we are talking about. So the big question is, if that be the case, that when we get criticized, it affects us so much that we cannot move on to what we need to do, then criticism is one of the things that we need to offload. We need to offload that so we can do the mission. So like I said, as we are starting, imagine we have a backpack with a lot of things in it. It's too heavy. So one of the things that we need to take out of this, our backpack on this journey of life for our mission, is criticism. But how? How do we do that? How do we take criticism and not allow it to affect us? That is the big question. How do we take this heavy load off? Another thing that criticism does to us is that it weighs us down from achieving our goals and dreams. So, now that we know the definition of criticism, the question is, what do we do when we are criticized? What do we do when criticism comes and crashes into our party of excitement, purpose, and our plans? Do we just let criticism just kill us, destroy us, take away our vision, take away our dream? No. None of us wants that to happen, and some of us, we've already experienced that. So the question is, when we get criticized, sometimes it really hurts. I mean, sometimes you're so hurt, you don't even, it's like the person said this to you and you're just really, really upset. You can't even think of anything else, not even what your calling was. It can be very painful because you feel like the person has no idea what is in your heart. So the question is, how do we recover from criticism? We need to be able to recover from it so that it doesn't become a heavy load for us. So I'm going to share with you today how we can recover from criticism so that it doesn't become a heavy load in our backpack for the journey of life. Let me give you a few ways that we can recover from criticism. One of the ways to recover from criticism so that we can continue our mission is to get knowledge on how to work positively with criticism. Can you believe that? Something that hurts so much, we can actually recover from it if we get knowledge on it. I think that is good news. And the question is, how can we use criticism positively in our lives? Instead of being a heavy load, we use it as a form of energy to push forward. And I will give you some of these things that we can do. I see my husband is on the line. That is Dr. Lola Sorunke. If you could please, honey, let me know if you can hear me. I forgot my mic, so I want to make sure that people are hearing me. So please write me and let me know if you can hear me clearly. In order for us to overcome criticism, there are a few things that we need to exercise. There are a few attitudes that we need to learn to adopt and to grow in. One of those attitudes is the attitude of patience. Being patient with people, because we should realize that they don't have the whole picture of what we are called to do. The only person that has the whole picture is you. God has given you the whole picture, and He will continue to give you a clearer and clearer picture of what you need to do. Many of us are not privileged to see that picture. So your faith is in knowing what God has called you to do. So be patient with people, be patient with circumstances. Another thing is, during the time of criticism, you can be angry and really upset. We really get emotionally entwined in this criticism. We can't just leave it. It's just like, listen to what they said. They don't believe in me. They're pinpointing everything that I'm doing is wrong and so on. So one thing we need to do is to manage our emotions. We get a chance to learn self-control. We don't want to be out of control to the point that we literally use our emotions to get out of our calling, and then we're dealing with other issues. So let's learn to control our emotions. That will help a lot. Another thing to exercise is humility. The attitude of humility. When you are expressing humility, you are not making yourself below. But what you are doing is that you're just telling yourself, calm down. There is much to learn. So you have to bring yourself to calm down and humble yourself for your ears, your physical ears, your spiritual ears, to be able to listen. Because you might be receiving some new information that will help you with your calling, with the mission. And I want to tell you that there are other benefits. There's a whole lot of benefits. If I go through them, we'll be here all day. But I want to give you some more benefits of criticism. It's supposed to be negative, but guess what? We can use it like an energy pill to move us forward into our calling. Now, some other benefits of criticism is that we actually will be able to look within ourselves, to be true to who we are, to discover who we are, to be able to face the reality of who we need to be and that we are not at this time. You know, criticisms give us a chance to say, wait a minute, maybe what these people or what this person or what this circumstance is doing to me, maybe there is something there. So it gives us a chance to take a second look, a third look into ourselves. And if we discover, you know what, they are right. Because we have humility, we accept it and we move to begin to change ourselves. Another benefit is that, and this benefit, you're going to love it. Because since you know the pain of criticism, we will learn that we ourselves should be careful about criticizing people. Because we know the pain and we know how it can discourage people along the journey. Now, let me say, there is a kind of criticism that we can practice. And it's a balanced one where you just don't criticize people on issues that they may need to correct. But you also point out to them the blessed issues, the strengths, the gifts that they have. And so it's like a balance. The person doesn't feel that they're just totally nothing and they can't do anything. So it's a good balance, you know. So just have criticism in a good balance. Criticize and check out the things that are strong, let the person know, and things that you think it's just your opinion, it's just your thought, that thing could be better, that they could correct. Another thing that we can benefit from criticism, and remember, this is one of the heavy things in our backpack for the journey of life, in our backpack for our mission. So we're trying to make our backpack lighter so we can go further into our calling. So another benefit of criticism is that we learn that it's not just our opinion that exists. It's not just our opinion that makes sense. Actually, other people's opinion can be important to us. We may have never seen or heard about the opinion that is being shared with us in this criticism. And actually, that new opinion or that different opinion, whether it be helpful or not, is a knowledge gained that you might be able to help somebody else out. Let's say you don't need it, quote unquote, but hey, you've just gained some more wisdom to be able to help somebody else out. And also, it's allowed you to know that, wow, other people have other opinions on things. How interesting. So you've gained on all ends. Another thing that criticism can do for us, if we have the right attitude, remember, we need to practice patience with people, patience with circumstances. We need to have self-control emotionally. And also we need to practice humility so that we can receive knowledge that will change us. But there's another one that I have for you, is that it allows us to treat people fairly so that we just don't presume that the person is guilty just like that. We want to take the time to presume that people are innocent. So that allows us not to be quick in judgment of others. That's how we can use criticism positively in our journey. So if you have your backpack of life ready for your life journey and your mission, get ready, because now you can get your backpack a little lighter by offloading criticism and not allowing it to stop you from your calling and the achievements and goals that you want to have in life. In conclusion, those are the principles that can help us to recover from criticism. So you can go through the tape again so that you can, listen again and really note these down. But the conclusion is what I want to say is that through the journey of life and our mission, expect to be criticized. Accept it. You are going to be criticized. I am going to criticize. You all are going to criticize me. It's just part of life. So it is better that we understand that we can use this positively in our lives and still continue our journey. This is how we move forward as the church. The church will never be the same. And guess what? The church is you. The church is me. So when I say church, I'm not talking about the building, the church. I'm talking about the people, the church. Us. We will never be the same when we begin to learn about principles like this. With these changes in our attitude and behavior, we look forward to change, good change, real change, powerful change, a change that will empower us. The church, you'll never be the same when you start practicing these principles. You'll never be the same, we'll never be the same, I'll never be the same, because the light has come. The light has come. The principles are there, and now we have knowledge. We have the know-how now, how to deal with criticism. I want to thank you all for joining me on my platform. I thank everyone. A lot of you have been waiting and requesting for me to have my Facebook live show. Well, here I am today, and I'm so happy to see all of you on the platform. I hope that we have been helped today, that we have some principles to be able to deal with this issue for ourselves and other people. I tell you, the church will never be the same. Congratulations, everybody. I will be back. I want to come on Wednesdays. So what you could do for me, let me know if Wednesdays around this time or Thursday around this time is better for you. And I'll pick one of those days to do more of these live Facebook live shows. And we are going to be targeting the same. We're going to talk about how the church will never be the same again. And we're going to deal with things to offload from our backpacks to make our journey faster and lighter and more purposeful, successful, and fulfilling in our lives. The next topic that I will be talking about when I come back Facebook Live is how to deal with public opinion. Public opinion, and most of the time the public opinion is not our opinion. and how we feel obligated to go by public opinion. How do we overcome that? Well, good news. God has set up principles even for that. So I'd like to say thank you very much for coming on and supporting me. I would appreciate you to share this with your friends and your families. You did that yesterday. I was amazed. I was just on for maybe 4 minutes. I wasn't able to finish because of internet, but you guys shared so much. I had about 400 people that was watching my 3-4 minute Facebook Live program. How wonderful. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing all of you again and to be able to share with us, the church, so we can move forward in our calling, encouraging one another. Thank you so much. I will sign off for now. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys again. All right then, have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye.